So, this is going to be a video, or in terms of a VOD, this is going to be a video of my stream where I discuss the new COPPA laws. And I was going to record a video originally, but I got approached by one of my mods with a great idea to just stream it and just talk about the opinion, kind of like a podcast type thing. So I'm gonna have a game in the background that I'm gonna be playing, and we're gonna talk about the issue and talk why it's gonna be bad for me and my YouTube channel and just YouTube in general. So to get started, first we're gonna address what is add that mod as your dad. Yep. Hi Patton. This is the guy who came with me to the with the law, or with the idea. So basically, right now, what's happening is, geez, already. Basically, what's happening right now is COPPA is bringing in new laws after YouTube was sued $170 million for basically appealing. They were collecting kids info off of like their search history and giving them targeted ads, which is against COPPA, which is like a Child Online Protection Service Act, which I understand. And I understand that 100%. I can completely understand why COPPA would come after that and say, this is not right, YouTube, you gotta fix this, right? I can completely understand. So YouTube took that literally, and they have made the worst changes I think I've ever seen to YouTube yet. I don't agree with them one bit. Like, I don't. They are the most disgusting changes I think I've ever seen. The worst impacting I've ever seen in such a long time. It disgusts me, because this is not helping creators. You've literally screwed over your creators more so than anything, and it is terrible. For example, my YouTube channel, I have a false guideline strike as well right now that hasn't been removed because of like some stupid reason. You know how the strike system works, copyright, all that. It's messed up on YouTube right now. I still have that, and it's not getting removed, which is great, even though it should have been. Besides that, they're now adding in the fact that if your content is made towards kids, which, by the way, to know if your content is made for kids or not, you need to know your age demographic, as well as, sorry, my nose, as well as the idea that, sorry about that. As well as what you try and advertise towards. Like, if your content, if you like try to advertise towards kids, if your content is made for kids, obviously, and you like act in a way to appeal towards kids, yeah, your content's gonna get flagged for children content by the bots that are the same bots that demonetize you. So this is gonna be an issue. And then what else is there? You lose your comment section. I think that's the most annoying part for me. It's not even the ad revenue that gets me. It's the losing your comment section, which I think gets me even more. Because I don't know about you, but I can lose my revenue because I don't even make revenue from YouTube. I can understand other content creators who lose their revenue, and that would be like the most painful thing to ever happen to them. I understand that 100%. But in my case, I'm not really gonna be affected by this, by the targeted ad thing. I think it's going to be more so, I think my issue is going to be more so about trying to keep my comment section and stuff like that, because my comment section is like my pride and joy of making videos. Getting that reception, seeing people who enjoy my videos is something amazing. Having that taken away because my content was apparently flagged for kids is the stupidest reason ever, and I don't find it fair, especially when your bots are going to be detecting it. And words like hey dude, or duh, sorry, and whatever, apparently this is going to be killing channels, because if you say that on a video, that's it, your channel's marked for kids. I don't find that fair. I don't find that fair at all. Those words should not be associated with kids. Teens maybe, some like very young children who like say that as like there's type of like slang quote, big quotation marks, but like it should not be generalized as a kid word. Like, I could be saying something like tobacco. Would that get me now out of that? Is that now my content's not all for kids because I said tobacco or something like that? You know what I mean? Like, it's so slim to save your channel and all that stuff. Hey, you're one of my favorite streamers. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. That's really appreciated. But like, I guess you guys can kind of get where I'm coming at with this. It's like, it's an unfair change. It's gonna hurt creators more than help them. I know Creekcraft was able to contact someone from the FTC, which is really cool, but I don't think it's gonna do anything. I genuinely don't think Creek can do anything. That video? No, it's, you can choose an option to make your entire channel for kids. But to do that, you have to be very, very cautious on what you do. So if you say your channel is for kids, you gotta make sure it's for kids. If the bot detects that you made your channel for everyone, but then you see like this, like, duh, you're gonna get sued 43 grand. How does that work? You don't let your bots decide if someone's bank account savings are gonna go on the line. Something that they can't even probably pay off. Something that they're gonna have to go in debt for. And you know what really makes me mad? Losing my comment section was enough. My pride and joy of making videos. Losing my comment section was enough. Now you guys are going to tell me that apparently I'm going to have to pay more for checking the wrong box on my YouTube channel. Instead of when I see some guy literally put some kid's life at risk by drinking and driving. He only gets fined 10 grand and a minimum of 6 months of jail. 10 grand maximum, by the way. That's the maximum fine. But I'm sitting here making YouTube videos. I checked the wrong box by accident. Boop. Now my family owes YouTube 43 grand in court. Do you know how bad that's gonna be for content creators? It's gonna push me away from it. I'm not making videos anymore. Do you know how terrified I am to be sued or lose that much money? Do you know how terrified I am? I don't want to put my family into some sort of like financial situation because my brain wasn't working properly. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna check the wrong box just to see what happens, and then that happens. I don't want to do that, dude. I don't want to do that. It's terrifying to think that as a content creator, I can literally set my family into such financial stress. Same as US? I don't know, dude. Ooh, that was a nice looking jump. Like, can you imagine putting your family through that stress? They just wake up one morning to hear that you've literally been sued 43 grand? Like, it must be terrifying to think. Especially for creators who use YouTube to make a living. Your living, your money that you're using for a living is just being stripped. Trying to outsue YouTube. Probably YouTube Rewind can be said for kids, but they'll market for everyone, and then we can get them fined even more money than they have to pay for the fine or the court case. Sorry, but like, and then so yeah, that's one thing that happens, right? You're gonna lose all that stuff. And then you're gonna lose your comment section, you lose your money, you lose channel members, you lose all this, all that, right? It's terrible. It really does hurt a YouTube channel. It's gonna hurt a YouTube channel, no matter what. But what annoys me the most that's coming out of this is the following things. Losing targeted ads is going to be a big thing because I personally don't mind targeted ads. I don't mind watching targeted ads. Like, they 100% make sense. It's very smart marketing. Targeted ads, all that stuff, right? But it's gonna hurt content creators that I like. Like, if I want to watch a content creator and I liked him a lot and I watched the ads for him, it's gonna make him nothing now. I can't even support him as well. If you guys think about it this way, kind of a Twitch sub is like a channel member on YouTube. It's a very stable, very, very stable source of income, because at the end of the month you're gonna get paid that sub money. Or that member money. You know what I mean? depending on the member tier they buy. If they buy like a really high member tier, like $20, you're gonna get at least 15 out of that if without the cuts, right? And then that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And then if your channel is deemed for kids, you lose that stable income. So you're already losing 70% of your revenue, and now you're losing that steady income that you would normally have with having members. Do you know how bad that is? Especially for people I know who have like smaller channels and stuff. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt their channel. Because they may have members, and now their members are gonna not only lose their membership and their emotes and stuff, and they're gonna the person's gonna lose their emotes in general. The streamer's gonna lose their emotes that they have. They're gonna have no use for the emotes anymore. Like, it's literally pushing people to stream to Twitch now and stuff like that. You know what I mean? If you're planning on streaming and stuff like that. And then when it's not that, when it's the situation of not streaming, you lose your channel badge member. You use your channel badge. You lose your community tab, whereas like people, like YouTubers will post like updates for new videos and stuff, right? Like that stuff is now gone. Come on, that stuff is now gone. So think about it that way. That stuff is now gone. You've already lost a stable source of income, and now you've lost your community interaction, especially with comments gone as well. What else do you lose? What else do you guys want to take? What else does YouTube want to take away from us now? I know. They want to take away monetization. They want to take away our comment section. And then they want to take away none other... and our community tab. And then they want to take away none other than... Just everything at this point. You lose everything. You lose everything. And that's why YouTube is... pretty much an insufferable platform to make videos on now, because I can't make videos on the platform anymore. I'm not trying to get sued. They're taking away all the good YouTubers. YouTubers who are kid friendly on purpose have now lost that source of revenue, and they're gonna have to quit and find jobs, and we lose those good YouTubers, those genuine YouTubers. I'm not talking about those garbage kid-friendly YouTubers like FGTV or whatever they're called, like the ones who like have such cringy, over-dramatic videos with their children. No, I don't care about those channels. Those channels, for all I care, really, this will hurt them, and I'm just gonna be happy about that because they don't actually make content. They just make garbage. But they do put work into it, which is my main issue here, right? Like, your work is literally going to be discredited now. You're gonna lose that work, that hard work, pay off bills, and they have to make their video for everyone. But then that would go against their maybe kid-friendly stuff, and maybe they aren't for everyone. And then they do that, and then they get sued 43 grand, and then it just becomes a spiraling mess. They'll go into debt. They can't pay off their house. Do you know how bad this is going to be for YouTubers? Hi. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I am. Yeah, I know. I need to finish up something. Yeah, I know.
I know what you're doing is not working. Tough you, I know.
Okay, whatever.